Hi everybody. We're outside in front of Willie's again. The new store is coming. Things are taking a while, so give us time. We'll let you know though. This is in just recently. We've got another one of these that's a lot more worn than this, but this is a really clean example. And if you look up at the headstock, you can see that is a Les Paul TV model. Now, they came out in 1954, the TV model. And keep in mind that the Telecaster was 1951. The Telecaster was all about telecasting television, and that was in 1951. A big deal. Not everyone had a TV in the house, and certainly it was no color TV. It was all black and white. So the story on this guitar, the history of this, was that they painted it this off-white beige so it wouldn't glare up on monochrome black and white TV. That is, with the old black and white television sets, you'd have the studio lights and the truck noise, and the studio lights would make a white guitar glare. It would reflect off it. So by making this TV model in this color, it would not glare up under the lights of black and white monochrome TV. I can buy that. In 1954, when this came out, the very first one that came out, this is actually in 1957 and very clean. But in 54, it's likely that Gibson, who was kind of slow and stoic, was chasing Fender, who in 54 had released the Stratocaster, which was going past TV and into the stratosphere and all about space travel. Yeah, it was the 50s. It was so exciting. What Gibson was stoic and slow to pick up on modern stuff because they felt they did this old-fashioned stuff, which is good woods, high quality woods. Even back then, they were concerned about good woods, and the woods that are on this guitar are strictly not available. In the old days, this guitar, which by the way, you wrap your knuckles on this, it resonates like a drum. That's why guys buy these old guitars. It's all about the old wood. Wood like this, Honduran mahogany, would be out in the fields curing for 20 years before you'd go out and try to bring it into the mill room. And in the mill room, you'd cure it a little more and make a single piece neck and a single piece body, a big fat piece of Brazilian rosewood, which in the 70s, you could buy Brazilian rosewood by the ton. Now, it's gone. All of it, gone. I mean, sure, guys got it in their garage, but it's all protected, and should be, because those trees, the Brazilian rosewood trees, are 7,000, 8,000 years old, and these mahogany trees are 400 to 700 years old. They're gone too. There's few that windfall in timber. There's a few that come from other countries, but Honduran mahogany is pretty much gone. Now this guitar comes with a photo of the original owner. And that's kind of cool. We don't get guitars this old that have such a direct connection to the original owner, and it was bought in October of 1957. It is a 57, and again, a Les Paul TV model. Take a look in the sunlight at the condition of it. That'll show you every ding and scratch that basically isn't there. It's not mint, but it's really clean. I dare you to find another cleaner one on the marketplace. These have always been really cool guitars. Look at Keith Richards playing with the Stones, and you'll hear him when he turns it down, how clean it is, and when he turns it up, it just rips your face off with crunch. These are just great looking. They're very limited numbers. There's about 550 of these made that year, and many of them are broken or worn out because they were professional tools. Rarely do they come up in this condition. And that whole story of it being monochrome TV is probably not correct, because this is actually the same color as a TV cabinet. This is called pickled mahogany, this color. There's people like Herman Miller, who are furniture designers that back then, maybe I got the name wrong, but there's famous furniture designers that made TV cabinetry for your super advanced high-tech black and white TV out of pickled mahogany. So it's more likely that Gibson was stepping up and making it out of TV cabinet, but maybe not. Here's another guitar that's from my collection. This is a 1943 that has a very similar color, you can see. Now this is faded more, was played more, and this is also that kind of treatment. In 1943, this guitar, that there was no TV at all, black and white or otherwise. This guitar has its tapered headstock, fat there, thin there, script logo, only a Gibson is good enough, and this very, very rare color. This is an LG3, which was fancier trim, more binding, and also, look at the grain on that wood. That was high-grade wood. As you went up the ladder in Gibson, they gave you better and better wood. That was part of the thing. So, this whole thing about it being a TV finish because of black and white monochrome TV might be true. I like it. It's a good story. It tells well. But it's also something that furniture makers, cabinet makers, would use this type of finish for regular furniture and cabinetry as well. And so I'm using this. My last thing here, and that's the point, is this is my guitar. I'm not selling it. This Big Neck Beauty is in storage. When I put it in storage, I down tune. And that's what you should too. When you have an old guitar you're putting away in storage, tune it down. Now, still in tune, but I've tuned it down a whole step, maybe a little greater than that, or put on super light strings. The truss rod is fighting against that string action, and if you take away all the tension and don't put any stress on it, that truss rod will get its way, and it will warp this way. So you want to store your guitars, watch your humidity, it's still dry. I know, I'm standing in the sun, and it's still dry. And you want to make sure that your guitar is stored correctly. Down tune it. Don't untune it, down tune it. 1943 LG3. And this, which is for sale and just in, is a scrubby clean 1957 TV Junior. I'll let you go on that, but call us, make an appointment. You can't see this one, because I've kept it.